I don't know who needs to see this, who needs to hear this, but The Notebook, that movie that came out like 20 years ago or 15 years ago or whatever, is toxic. Okay? If you have watched that movie and similar movies to it and and thought in your head that that's true love and relationships and how you should fight for a relationship and strive to get to a happy ending, please stop. That movie is toxic. That couple is toxic. That lady was disrespectful and demasculating, emasculating, whichever, however you say it, was constantly saying things and doing things that was unethical, immoral, and just downright rude. And then that man was bringing it right back to her. And they was just tit for tat and going back and forth at each other in a way that is unhealthy and not okay. Yeah, that don't do that, people. Don't do that. God created man and woman to be in a relationship based on trust and honesty and a desire to serve one another. Not to be served. Yeah, yeah. He based a relationship that he created for us on his love for us. He privileged us with the ability to have a human companion and partner, and therefore make a covenant with that person and him, and then be role models and displays throughout that relationship of the love that he has for us and the reciprocation of that love in service and in similar kinds acts. Okay. Now, Hosea in the Bible, he did have a toxic relationship, and it was a display of God's relationship with mankind, but it was the bad relationship that God wanted to cease. And he did put him in that relationship of chasing a prostitute and marrying her and having kids and watching her as she, you know, did him wrong and went back out into her nasty ways and everything like that, and God told him to still pursue her and chase her down and love her, because this is what we do to him. We're rebellious and we're unkind and we're toxic ourselves. But when he wanted us to marry and love someone, the rest of us didn't get that mandate. Hosea got that. He didn't send the rest of us to that. He didn't say, please go find someone who's going to be rude and disrespectful and unkind to you, who's going to cuss you out, call you names, yell and fuss at you so much that your heart is racing and it almost like your head is going to explode, to then turn around and love bomb you and about how much they want you, need you, crave you, so that you can constantly be in this swirling, twisted, back and forth, whatever, just so you can drop down really, really low and come back up really, really high to drop back down really, really low and experience all this overrunning of your cortisol and adrenaline and everything else, and therefore your body running on empty through all these emotional stretches will then make you feel like this must be love because it's taking me through so much extreme feelings. He didn't sorry. He didn't mandate anybody else for that. And maybe he has. I could totally be wrong. But the majority of us, he did not. The majority of us, he wanted us in something healthy and holy that was going to bring ministry and fullness into our lives so that we can bring glory to his name. So, back to don't be looking for those relationships that Hollywood created. Okay. I don't know who needed to hear that, but I feel it in my soul that somebody needed to. Y'all be blessed.